How can I put this so I can shop? So I can shop and talk because they close soon. But I figured I could kill two birds with one stone by going live right now. So let's see here. Hopefully this works. Okay. Let's see. Is there a way to flip the screen here? Hey, Trichil. I'm trying to figure out a way to do this where I can have my hands free to, because I don't have very much time here to, I could flip it the other way if I could figure it out, but, which I've done it before. Hey, my mother's eyes. Can you guys hear me okay? Settings, camera. Okay, so we have, if we do it like that, you can see what I'm getting. Here, we'll just keep it like this for a second. We'll see how it goes. So I'm not doing all my shopping today. We'll probably have another shop with Ziggy tomorrow because they close here at 11. And hey, Christy. My hair is still wet. I just got out of the shower. So I'm just getting a few things. And my daughter's here with her friend looking around. Banana pops. You can hear me? Awesome. Okay, hold on. Let me also, 1 second. Oh my God, guys. You will never guess what I just did. Oh, shit. Oh my God. You guys will never guess what I just fucking did. Ah, shit. I just poured my whole Diet Coke in my purse. I'm not kidding. A full Diet Coke. A full one. It is now pretty much empty. So that's just what happened. I was trying to keep it stood up in my purse, and, well, there goes that idea, along with... Jesus. Oh well, can't do anything about it now, right? And I can't even dump it out because I'm in the store. My keys are all soaked. I'm trying to... Okay, I'm my first person anyways. Yeah, I'm more sad about the Diet Coke than anything. I mean, they're expensive. So I'm getting salad stuff and just some other random things real quick. Well, we close in an hour and I don't have very much time. It's okay. I'll just, it's okay. Glad you just ate. I've spent a kind of a crappy day. Look at these Easter cookies that you can color on. They come with markers. I'm guessing it's... Okay. Oh, look there. Oh, my God. Oh, buddy. Guess who just passed in a freaking motorized cart? There's nobody here. Otherwise, I would tell them there's hardly anybody here. They're about to close, so. Let's see. One bite, everybody knows the rules. That's interesting. You're like, me too, but here where I live, nothing's open like late. And don't mind my hair. Look, my blonde hair is coming back in, and it's all different colors. I guess Justin's going to do a skit about me. Here, I'm trying not to cover up the. Justin's going to do a skit about me. He's like, "What color is your hair?" And I'm like, well, it's kind of a mixture. Well, I don't want to do that because if my phone falls in my purse, we have about 2 inches of. Okay, sorry. I'm just gonna have to pay attention to what I'm doing here. It says, your best friend. Me. I shot better when I am hungry because, like, now I'm like, I don't even know what to get. I'm not but I'm trying not to get a bunch today, anyways, because I don't have enough time. I like to take my time grocery shopping, and I like to get, I'm like a cheap runner. So, just get some. This is the best ever. But it's expensive. Health Nut by Brownberry. If you've never had it, it's good. Very good. So, well, it's been like an odd day. Not very productive and kind of thrown me off. But it's weird because it's like I have had no time, it seems like. But yeah, I didn't get anything done, it seems like. I don't know, my schedule is getting turned around again. Hey, Dee Dee. Hey, Anastasia, Christy, Sherry, Tortil, everybody. Can you guys? I feel like my speaker is coming. We got all the Easter items. Yum. Let's see if eggs have gone down. I know I need ketchup. It has to be Heinz because that's the best. Jim used to make fun of me because I loved, especially Five Guys. I don't know what it is, but Five Guys has the best ketchup, and it's Heinz. Grab some Peeps. I thought about it, but hey, Sammy, it is so expensive. I'm only getting a little bit. I got some lettuce, sunflower seeds, bread, banana popsicle. It's better for you than ice cream. And hash browns. I need some Heinz ketchup. Let's see. Yeah, you have to make sure you get the right one because they add all kinds of. Screenshot. My love story begins with Heinz. That's the new chapter in my life. That's what we're doing these days. Ketchup. We have, Caitlin loves that. I already got one of those. She hasn't even, I think I have it. I want to wait till I go to Kroger tomorrow, I think, to get because I think I have enough dressing for if we want salads tonight. What kind of croutons do we want? So I'll get some of these. Maybe a couple of these. This is really good dressing. It's not too bad priced here. Oh, yes, I need some of those crispy noodle things. Good call. That's going to be probably in the, it should be in this aisle, actually. Probably not down here. Thanks for reminding me, because I like those noodle things on salads. And sometimes they don't have them at Kroger. Oh, yay. Unless they have a Kroger brand. Sometimes they have, or I'm sorry, Walmart brand. Hey, Chef Angelo. Well, I'll get maybe cookies tomorrow. I don't want to get too much here because I don't have coupons clipped. So I don't want to spend too much when I'm not prepared, like, for my, I'm going to do tomorrow is a bigger shopping day. Just getting a few things tonight to get Caitlin out of the house and so she could see her friend. And gosh, things are so expensive. I was about to get that. I'll get it because it's a big pack and we'll eat it. Also, at Kroger this week, their cheese, like, is all like $1.29. So I don't want to get like tons here. like tons of the cheese here because it's way better price there. I mean, it's pretty cheap here, but not as. My dog didn't pass. Athena didn't pass. That's not true. Somebody lied to you, hon. It's not cool for people to say that. Which one do I want? If you could only get one for your salad, which would it be? We'll get mozzarella. Get the rest tomorrow, and I need some type of American cheese. Oh, Michelle D's dog passed. Oh, I'm sorry, Michelle. Long time no see. I've been out of commission for a while. A friendly dog passed this week. One of the worst things. Oh, that's horrible. I was wondering about you. I've been wondering about you the past few days. That's crazy. Must have been. Well, for one, we kind of talk somewhat often. We were anyways there for a while, so kind of wondered about you. Thought about Matt sitting off string cheese. But that makes sense. I think everybody has been going through it right now, you know? That's horrible. I'm so sorry. Sometimes that can be even worse than, pets become part of our family. I mean, if something happened to Athena, I would be devastated. Oh my God, I can't even. I feel like if something happened to Athena, I feel like I would have to go find a dog that looks exact. I would never be able to trick a Caitlin that. Oh, there's Athena. Look, I found Athena. Here she is. Try to find a lookalike. I'm not gonna find one just like Athena. She's a really good pup. American cheese. Which one? It is expensive. Yeah. I know. I almost got the pepper jack cheese. I know. You're actually tempting me to turn around and get that. But actually, I will. Well, no, I'm not, because I'm going to the store tomorrow. And I'm getting a bunch of cheese there because Kroger has them for $1.29 for those same 8-ounce bags of shredded cheese like this. And I didn't go to Kroger because they close at 10 and it's just now 10. Gosh, everything is so expensive, guys. Let me turn this around a little bit for you guys. I don't know. I just feel like the cheese is I have to get I'm very picky with American cheese. I don't know you. These ones are $1.98, but I'm scared. Sometimes they're made with Velveeta slices. Oh, look at this. Velveeta jalapenos. Caitlin would love that. Caitlin, look.
Why is that leaking?
Oh, I spilled a whole pop in my purse. Nope. Nothing to see here.
What's that? Green light.
Swear to God, guys. Now it's coming out of my purse.
Oh my goodness. You have to wash that and get home.
Yeah. Hey, look at this.
What's that?
Jalapeno. Okay. On Granny. On Granny, she said that she wants that. So that must be pretty serious. Nothing to see here. That's not my Diet Coke. I'm not leaving a trail of Diet Coke behind me or anything. It's so funny because I've never met somebody. I don't know. Me and Jim were a lot alike in some ways, in several ways. It's funny because he always, guys, oh my gosh. Hold on. 234. Is that? That's actually kind of cheap for eggs these days. 234. I'm gonna have to grab me one of those. Let's check for cracks. Yes, we get eggs for. Who's doing that? Gosh. Oh, my washing machines were so expensive. I don't even want to toss. Jam 420 was looking for a washer and dryer. I was like, I'll trade you. I'll take your old ones and you can I'll sell mine for, because gosh, I paid too much for them, and I don't like the front loading or the. Well, it's not a front. Mine's not a front loading, but I don't like the open drum. I like, the old like things that have like the gyrator thing on it. They had to take the Indian off these things. They had to take the Indian. I'm gonna take. It doesn't have the price for this. Olive oil and sea salt. Is that the real? $2.37. Let's see if there's some. There might be something here. A powder. Here we go. Here's some towels. Let's clean that up a little bit. If I'm leaving a trail. We'll just stick some paper towel in there, let it soak it up. Instead of it making a trail of Diet Coke everywhere. When they're trying to close, and they clean the floors after closing anyways. Well, maybe. Maybe not so much. Wait, wasn't it stated that she was on surveillance when they went to like Walgreens for the meds? Yeah, I heard something like that. Are you serious? I thought it had to do with like a racism thing or something that was politically incorrect or something. I thought it had something to do with it being racist towards American Indians. He should know it all by now. Are they on YouTube right now? What? Don just said on live that he didn't know if Summer went with Candace to take her mother to the ER on June 15th. Oh my God. How would he not know something like that? You've got to be kidding me. Are you serious? How does he not know something like that? How would you not know every step that was taken that day? That's baffling to me. I would be drilling, Candace. Like if my partner lost their child, on their watch, I would be like, constantly being like, okay, so where did you go that day? Tell me, step by step, what happened? You would know. You would know. How does he not know? How? God just called in on Doug's. Are you serious? What the heck? Maybe I will have to come back on after I get done shopping and go watch that with you guys, because that is very was he inebriated? Let's see. Oh, let's get some salt real quick. Well, I'm thinking about it. Salt and pepper, actually. Trying to find the little I'm not much of a salt person, but something is shady in Summer's case. Oh yeah. It didn't sound like it, but he's all over the place with inconsistencies. Wow. Needs to be asked, but he did he work the 15th? Yeah. Something strange. Okay. I think that's all we're going to get over here. We'll get the rest tomorrow when we go do the big day shopping. Maybe I'll get Caitlin some soups. I was going to get her some yesterday, but she might want some or tomorrow. I'm sorry, not yesterday. Or I guess he was on Doug's. He called into Doug supposedly. I like Kroger mac and cheese. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Did he say anything about the boys? He's already put it on private. Yeah, if he felt like you had something to do with it, and I bet I feel like a spouse would know. I'm over here, aisle 12. Oh, it's not private? Hunter said Candace put it on her. If he knew the boys weren't swimming. Oh, shit. I have to take it. I have so many messages to freaking. You guys, please know I'm not ignoring any of you. If I haven't responded to your emails or messages, please just know I'm getting back on track and stuff, and just I will I hear my daughter. Let's get some. Dang, Parmesan. I don't need a big thing like that. Hey, I'm almost done, but wave. Celebrate. Think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. Think about you, baby. No, super super chunky, just like me. Now you're gonna make me fix some salad. Oh, I love salad. But with all the stuff I put on it, it doesn't become it's not very healthy by the time I don't like a lot of dressing, so that's good for me, but cause I don't like my salad over pouring with dressing. Well, that's the kind Jim liked too, is Prego. But there's something about that makes me kind of sick to my stomach. And I remember it's something from my childhood. I remember one time getting sick, and ever since then, Prego and me have not got along too well. Sometimes I can handle it. Sometimes how much are these? Beef and bean chimichangas. Let's get one of these. Don say he 100% believes Candace, and there is nothing wrong with the timeline. Okay. about you, baby. And a tune about you. He said none of us know the timeline. We probably know it better. We could like totally make up the timeline from at the top of our heads, and it would probably be closer to the truth than what Dawn and Candace have told us. Just saying. French and ranch. Something my daughter likes ranch. Everybody, guess what the total is going to be? Oh, yes. This is going to be the wiener. Hold on. Because I am about to probably cash out here in a second. So this is what I have. So you could get a good look. Let's spread it out so you can see. And take your screenshot so you can be like, oh my God. Look at the stuff Ziggy gets. Okay. The only thing up here is the eggs. We'll put that down here too, just to get in one good picture so you can just, here. Everything's showing now. There you go. Have at it. I'll wait a few minutes. Wow, I don't hope not. But you know what? Probably. 42.50. I think that's probably a good guess. But there is some expensive, some kind of, I picked really cost, like, I was very aware of how much I was trying to not spend tons, but you know how that goes. So I'll let you guys get in here. A lot of it's generic, like Walmart brand. Two things of lettuce. Walmart eggs. Cheap popsicles. Walmart brand. There's Diet Coke. Heinz. Everything's showing, and it's all there. 71.71, 68.23, $55, 48. Okay, we'll have to see who is the wiener going to be. All right, I'm going to start, I guess. I'm going to start doing my self-checkout.
For stores.
Okay, here you guys go. Yeah, go ahead. I don't mind if you bring up other channels. Thanks for asking, though, but yeah, I don't care. Unless it's done in a way to try to just be an asshole, you know, like towards me, but okay. Got, okay. Let's see, can you guys see the total? Oh, yeah, it's not very, you can't see the, there's a big glare, but anyways, I'll show you here in a little bit. It's freezing out here today in Indiana. Okay, here, I'll show you guys the totals so far and how much left. So far, we're at 32.40, and this is what's left. But no more gas is allowed because that's not fair. That's heavy. One more tag. We'll have her total. Wow. It's a little bit more than I thought. Of course. Okay. Did anybody say that total? All right, here, let's go to pay. Maybe there's something that comes off or something. But
Insert cash or
nope.
select payment type.
64.54. Okay. 1 second. Okay. 1 second, guys. It's 10 pad. You're good. If I could find my card. 1 second. Here, I'll turn it back around. You said 60. Oh, wow. You might be the closest because you. Hold on. You might be the closest. I know, 64.54. I thought it was going to be more like 40 something. All right. I did pay for it just so the haters know. Well, 65 was the closest. Yeah, I guess that, who said 65? Oh, Michelle D. is a wiener. Aw, that's good. She was having a rough day. Now she's so excited because she won. Now, what did she win? Brand new bread. I thought that was someday I need to do another giveaway once I get to on my feet. Let's see. Is that or not? Okay. Oh, whoa, I had a major double chin there. Better screenshot that. Yay, bread. Look at this. 11.98. Sherry said 64.54. Are you serious? Did you really say 64.54? We'll have to. Damn, Sig, you looking rough. I'm gonna send you a Cashapp, Queen. Sorry, that was really loud. Oh, nice try to bring me down. Didn't work. Now where's my Cashapp? Where's the Cashapp, bitch? Boswell. I'm standing. Let me. I'm gonna give them a. Let me try to see if I can message them. Okay, I just messaged them, so we'll. Hello. So we'll just wait. How many people want? Yeah, people. Yeah, probably, Gloria. Or sending your kids to public school. I wish I could do that. Is there a way to do that? YouTube, unless I wonder if I can pay for it myself. I know I heard Tiffany one time talking about that, wondering how to do that. No, I'm waiting on my daughter. She's in the store walking with her friend. So I just messaged her and told her I'm at the door waiting. Do this every week. It probably will be a thing. I'm probably going to be going live more, like doing things, because with the warmer weather coming up and stuff, we'll be out about more. It's just a different atmosphere. It gives it a different like feel. And okay, she said we're coming. Okay. Well, no, it's just rude to go in. Oh, like, why lie? And so I'm more offended that she lied about sending me a Cashapp than I am her saying I look rough. Where's my Cashapp? Oh, gosh. Can I? They're back there. me. Should I pick up that one? Okay. Thank you. Good girls. I'm happy. I'm proud of you. Hold on, I'm live. So, what are you about?
Some lady screamed at us. Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay. Oh, it's freezing. Let's. Guess who gets to help carry in? Oh, Maddie gets out of it because she's not staying the night tonight. That's why she doesn't want to stay the night. It's only like 5 bags. Huh.
But with her sister too.
Is her sister, does she have a ride or?
Yeah, tomorrow, but I couldn't stay the night unless I want to stay
Tonight? Are you talking about tonight? Or?
Yeah, because Ned said he wouldn't.
Sorry, it might be cold.
So would you drive back to the house and get on?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes! I know we're staying.
Okay, guys. Here we go. Here we go. You guys be good because I'm on the live, please.
Okay, we'll pick up Anna.
Yeah, I said yes.
They're gonna dox me and not you can see their faces.
You're not on, are you?
Huh?
You're not on the camera, are you?
Well, you did.
Oh, I didn't mean to. When?
When I was sleeping.
Oh, yeah, but they couldn't see. You were so far away. Well, I need to flip the camera then. It's a pretty good thing.
Cause I don't know if her mom wants her to be on.
Facing back. Okay.
Yeah. And we have actual food this time. What'd you get?
I just got lunch meat and salad for tonight. But I'm going to the store tomorrow.
What time's Ned coming to pick you up? In the morning? Yeah.
Yeah, it is like very, very cold. 22 degrees.
So mad.
Okay, so I'm gonna set you guys down so I can drive safely. I wish I had somewhere to set
You
this.
should get one of those things that sticks on the thing Jim had.
Yeah, it was mine. He stole it.
Oh. Sorry.
But it's okay. No, it's fine.
Can Anna sit in the front? Or no?
It doesn't matter. Really,
No, I was just asking if you were okay.
there's a big, and there's another third row of seats back there.
Oh, we're gonna have my dad.
Yeah.
Us against. What time are we going to the store? Early or late?
Probably not. I'm something scheduled next week. I have to get.
Schedule?
Yeah.
I'm on a good schedule. You stay. You look at for.
Stuff. That guys, I lost you there for a second. It switched from Wi-Fi to data. Snowing at 16 degrees. Yeah, we had a light mist of snow. Needs to go take herself a bath. Why is that? They didn't send me my Cashapp. I'm still waiting. Like, You lie, you fry. That's fine. Enjoy hell. No, this person said, oh, Ziggy, you're looking kind of rough. I'll send you a Cashapp. And I'm like, okay, where's my Cashapp? They thought they were going to hurt my feelings. Like,
I'm like, no, we're not going to get dressed up to the store.
Besides, well,
Mom, tell Mom she's going to have to quiet while telling her.
Really cold here in Texas. That's what it is here in Indiana. For sure. You guys can talk. It's okay. You just have to. I mean, really, I guess I could get off here and then. I was trying to do a live where it's like, go shopping with me. Or, right now I'm at a stoplight, so.
What was that noise?
That's what I was about to ask. I'm like, oh no. Please don't let there be something wrong with the vehicle. Because even though they're supposed to, the buy here, pay here place, I got this through. It's a well-known company. Anyways, they're supposed to like take care of any mechanical issues and the like first 3 years or whatever while you're paying on it. Supposedly, but the thing is, it's like, how do you get to the like if your car breaks down or something, like I don't know, it's not like they're a hop, skipping a jump around the corner. So I just don't. Yeah.
Was it Greenwood?
No, this one. Well, I was looking into Greenwood. That's where I was gonna go, but then I went to. It was northern Indianapolis ish. Northeast.
That me and Maddie made on this.
I can't. I'm driving, but we can't. You can play it.
Got blocked.
Oh, to get that shitty attitude off her. That's why she needs a bath. No, it's just hilarious. It's just funny because it's not funny. It's really sad. I'm glad that they're doing it. I'm glad that person did it to me and not somebody else, because a lot of people can't take that. They take it seriously. I just let it roll off my shoulders. It does not even for a second. Do I keep going straight?
Turn right.
It doesn't even for a second bother me. So but there is a lot of people like on here it bothers, and sometimes you just don't know what somebody's going through. People are so like reckless on here, Yes, you missed the shopping, but tomorrow we should have another part 2, go shopping with the Zigster, because tomorrow's the big shopping day. So,
Mom, we're gonna bring out that dog so you can see him. Okay.
Okay. It's cute.
Remember how you said you wanted him so bad?
He's cute. He's cute, but
Athena would hate him. That's your house up there, right?
who's pulling out your driveway?
I think my sister. That's not even your driveway, is it? Oh no.
Okay.
But yes, it is.
So,
Where do you park?
who is that?
My sister. Okay, you can park over there.
Does she know you're coming?
Yeah. Who's that?
It's a boy.
My sister and her husband. It's
Okay.
Did you just do the gang sign?
What? I waved.
I thought you were a force.
What is force? Forks, you mean?
Force, like this.
What's the force mean, guys?
It's a gang.
Oh my god. Wow. Did you hear my daughter ask if I just like threw up a gang sign? I want to show you guys this dog, but I don't want to put the kids. You know, I put them on there earlier because they were far away. Plus, especially how mean people are on here. They'll say like horrible things, even about children. I remember one time when somebody emailed me. This girl obviously has major issues. I say girl. She acts like a girl, but she was actually like 60 years old or so. And maybe even older. And she sent me an email. It was back when, you know, when Caitlin, a couple years ago, she was a little bit chubby. She got a little bit chubby because she was going through, you know, like some girls do, like a lot of girls do around 6th grade or so. Like and that's when it happened to her. But she lost it. Aww. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to show them, but without putting you guys on camera because I want to show the doggy.
Here, I'm gonna put the light on.
Yeah, put your light.
He came from a really bad home, so he's like super skittish. But Romeo, he howls. It's so funny. Want to do it? Want to do it? Here, make him howl. Oh, why won't he do it?
You need to put the light on him. We can't see.
We have videos of it. So funny.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. He's getting stage fright. It's okay. It's okay, Romeo. All right.
Oh, so cute.
Thank you for bringing him out here.
You're welcome. Do you want to pet him?
Yeah, here. One second.
He's so soft.
Let me move the camera around.
Look at him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Boop.
He's like side eye. Side eye.
Side eye. Don't give me side eye. Oh my God, he is so cute. Oh my God, guys, he's like fluff ball.
You can hold him if you want.
Okay.
Why is it snowy? My mom is about to like take.
I'm live, by the way. Does she know I'm live?
Yeah, I do now.
Okay. Okay, one second.
All right. Oh, is he so cute?
You shouldn't say cuss words anyways.
He doesn't like you. He's so cute. Did your aunt abuse him, or was no another home? She paid like $5,000 for him just to get him out of that bad home. Yeah, it was an easy day.
Hey, Tradizzle. Well, you picked a good day.
He was on his deathbed when she got him to
I have watched you since Summer Wells. Keep doing what you do and be you. You're amazing, a good mom. Aw, thank you. Thank you. That was very nice.
Okay, let's go. It's cold.
Okay, yeah. I know. Yeah,
we get him. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's freezing.
Oh my gosh, he is so cute. He looks like a doll.
He looks like one of those American Girl doll dogs.
Yeah. So we're just here at my daughter's friend's house. All 3 of them have lost a lot of weight, but anyways, Caitlin's lost a lot of weight. But this lady had the audacity to email me and tell me my child was overweight and she shouldn't be that big for her age. And my daughter was 12 at the time. I was like, I needed to expose that because I was like, who talks about a child like that? This was a couple of years ago, but and they didn't. I didn't put my daughter on like that. Like it was the only video she had seen was that trampoline video I had, but it was like from far away. You couldn't really see Caitlin, and she was in a huge, big jacket. It was like it was a couple winters ago or something, and I don't know. It was cold outside. I remember because she had a big fluffy jacket on, but it was like I was like 30 feet away from her, and it was about this dark outside. So she made that conclusion on that video, but still, like, it was just completely so rude. And disgusting. And yeah, I figured out who she was. I figured out who she was. People don't forget that I am. If I have the passion and that drive, once I get that, there's no stopping me when it comes to researching somebody. But after, sometimes I get burnt out, but I'm going to, especially if it has to do with my daughter, I'm going to find you. Oh, that's what my daughter's afraid of. I thought about putting her on birth control. For one, to help with the period pain. Two, she's boy crazy. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the camera.
Sorry, they had that.
Where's Maddie?
She's coming.
Okay.
Here, you can.
First moved into that house.
Oh my God.
Yes, you're right, Joy.
You can so much dirty.
I know, and think about if my daughter. I mean, I never showed my daughter, obviously, but I had somebody email me and be like, "How dare you? How dare you tell your daughter that?" And tell them, and I'm like, I didn't tell my daughter. Do you think I'm stupid?
This is why I slept with
As much of how protective I am of Caitlin, my only child, do you think I'm that stupid? Like, I'm gonna, no.
Look, here's a tampon from
I'm not gonna.
Just shut it. You have to slam it. Slam it. Slam it.
There you go, that's good. This doesn't have the automatic doors like Jim's had. What's with those windows open? Oh.
It's so comfortable here right now. I know.
Life to street with her ass. Trust me, I thought about it, and when I found her, she lived. She wasn't that far away either. Trust me, I really did think about it. I found her address and everything, but it's not worth it. I talked to her daughter. It never happened again. Her daughter even said like she has a drinking problem. I'm like, oh, imagine that. Imagine that, having some kind of problem and taking it out on somebody else. Nobody does that on YouTube. Why? What's wrong? Yeah, we can't. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it right now. Not for now. So anyways, did anybody, was Dawn just in Doug's chat? Is that how that went down? And he just, and Doug invited him on panel, or how did that work? Or does anybody know, has Doug been in contact with Dawn? I don't remember the name actually right now, surprisingly, because she never bothered me again after that. And then she played victim. She tried to like turn around like, oh, and 6 of them tried to turn around like I was like a horrible person for contacting or looking this person up. And I'm like, excuse me, you shouldn't even talk. You've lost every single one of your children, so do not talk to me about what I should do in that situation. I'm not stupid. I know I'm not dumb. I would never actually really go there, but trust me, it does. It crosses your mind. Gas has gone down over here to 328. 328. John was on Doug's live stream via phone. Oh. Yeah, he is irrelevant. I mean, it's pointless to have. I mean, he still does. Will bring views. if that's what people are concerned with, but not like he used to. And honestly, if you're here for the right reasons, you won't really care about having too much about having him on your panel, because not to the point where you change your views and kiss his ass, because he's not going to tell the truth. And, you know, and also kissing his ass doesn't work anyways. Killer, oh, I have to go live again. I might, because I have to like show Killer Look's video. Oh my gosh, it was so good. He explained in it why about his tattoo, the E equals MC squared. It was so interesting. That guy is a genius. Well, Einstein is, but I'm talking about Killer Looks. Okay, let's see. Which way do I go? Oh, up here. That's right. So what did Don have to say? Oh, I guess he said something really shocking. Like, he was asked, did Summer go to the hospital with Candace when they took Grandis to the ER? And Don said, I don't know. I don't know. Like, how do you not fucking know what everything that happened that day? I don't get it. Our house is nice. It's just weirdly laid out. It's not a bad house. It's a decent house.
I don't like how it's set up.
Yeah, it's set up weird. I wish we had like one more bathroom, but besides that, you know, third world problems. Do is carry one each. Big deal.
I was like, I don't want to do that. No. I was just saying. Oh my god. I need to open the door.
Hold on.
Oh, yes. We're gonna come back, okay? We actually have to, though, I swear to God. Have to
What?
carry the bags.
Yeah, you guys can all carry a bag in. That's.
Oh, here's your chick.
It's good teaching life skills. Soon you guys will you'll have jobs of your own. Caitlin's been thinking about getting a job, and I'm proud of her. Caitlin is doing really well. Yeah, the bags are over here. It might be. There's a.
Oh.
See, that's it. That's all we had to get. It's nothing. I didn't get a lot. Tomorrow is going to be the. You have to unlock it. I'm a stickler about locking. Yes. We're working on it. It's a work in progress. Okay. Okay. All right. Home sweet home. Yeah, you could just set that anywhere. It's fine. Where you can find a space.
Thank you. Here.
Where did those pretzels come from?
Maddie's house.
Oh, okay. We had one person's voice in our head.
Okay, sorry about the kitchen.
Oh, I thought Allie was passed out when Candace went to get him. Right? Supposedly. Let's see, I've got to put some of this. Oh, I just broke popsicles. Hold on, I'm going to pick the cold stuff up, guys. It's just going to take a second. I didn't. here. And we were able to afford eggs. It wasn't too bad. It still was. Eggs are still a little high, but not too bad. So, yeah, I got salad stuff, burritos, Caitlin, like beef and bean burritos. If you on Granny? Yes, on Granny. What are those? Banana Twin Pops. I thought they would be a healthy snack for us instead of ice cream. Oh, look, she got beef. So we want those later. Yeah, I got a beef and bean. Also, I got turkey and white bread and cheese. Yeah. So, yeah, just, let's see what type of, do I have any of the, let's, okay, well, I can use that dressing if I have to. I didn't have the dressing like I thought I did. I have one kind, but it's not my favorite. Best if used by August of 2023. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, there's another bag. Locked up, walk me out. Shut up, cat. Oh, I didn't see this one. Yes. Yes. Shush, cat. Nobody wants to hear it. My favorite ketchup. Okay. I'm gonna go to my laptop and I'm gonna switch over to that camera, and we're gonna watch something that Killer Looks did that was really, really good. Let me check my purse to make sure I got all that. I'm gonna obviously switch out the purse. Good thing it's not like a, good thing I don't carry designer purses. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Thanks for being so patient. Turn off lights. Oh, don't let me out. Oh, let's check the mail. I didn't check the mail today. My name is not Wayne. Why do I keep getting mail for people? I mean, I like the name Wayne because that's my grandfather's name, but I literally just cleaned the litter box, Caitlin. Like just last night, completely, like changed out the litter, so it shouldn't. They shouldn't stink. All right. Get logged in on the computer here. It's just gonna take a second. Okay. See how easy that was? We are now in business. Just need to pull up the live on my phone so I don't miss some of the comments. There we go. Okay. Reading some leftover pasta because did I make you hungry? Oh jeez. Take responsibility for your lives. Don't blame your overeating on the Zigster. I get blamed enough with things. Okay. Cheers. Hi, Mama T. It's actually my different time of doing lives. I know. I am. Yeah, I've got to get my schedule changed. I have to. I don't have a choice, really. I mean, I do have a choice, but. Okay, so I was watching Killer Looks earlier because he had a couple videos that I thought were interesting because he went over the chimney chop trail like we were talking about the other day, and also he explained the little study session that he has there. It's really good because it explains. Well, I find it motivating. I find it inspiring, actually. I think more people should go by this standard of what is talked about in this video about basically sticking up for what you believe in, but what you believe in, not what somebody else believes. Okay. It's sometimes it's so easy to just fall into the groupthink type mentality. It's really easy, and we all do it. We all become victim of it because it's really powerful. Your surroundings, your environment can very much affect your opinion and the people you're around. That's why it's always so important to hang with people you want to be more like, not people that you feel are going to bring you down. I'm not talking about like, it's not a money thing, it's an integrity thing. You could be poor and have you could be the best person ever. I mean, actually, some of the best people are very, very poor because money changes people. Some people, a lot of people. He is doing good, Lorian. I love how he is putting things together. Like we do the discussion, and he kind of just like pieces things together, so it's not so.
you know, he does these 5-minute clips or whatever where it just shows things more easily for you guys instead of trying to go through a video. And when you do what, Sherry? Stand up for what is right or go with your beliefs. I do it anyways. Especially once you get to I mean, I understand when you're in high school, you know, or school, and you have to go along with a crowd to fit in. We're not in high school anymore. Most of us aren't in high school. Actually, it is very true that most my see, that's why I don't put on camera, because I sit here and mess with here. Most of my following is 50 and older. Yeah. Have all been cleared by law enforcement. My eyes will still continue to be unwanted. What do you think if law enforcement were to tell you right now that Don and Candace were innocent, would you even believe it though? You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess I'd have to see it I'd have to have it happen to know how I would react. I'm telling you, if you do what you think is the right thing, and it's not always going to be the right thing. It's all about your intentions. You know, always, you know, I try to always think like, what are my intentions? And because we're going to make mistakes, even if we feel like we're standing up for what's right, and we're going to be wrong, like a lot, because we're human. But I'm telling you, a lot of times you're going to be right. And you just have to, you see how things happen on YouTube where people, like how, for one instance, like when everybody was like on the Jody Sue, like bandwagon, and everybody had to tiptoe around, because if you talked bad about Jody Sue, then you were going after a domestic violence victim and stuff. Remember that? And I remember having to tiptoe around. I was guilty of it for a while, but there was one day, you know, when I went to Tennessee the first time, that I was like, okay, I can't fake this anymore. She's acting really strange, and I just have to be true to myself no matter what. I know people are who cares if people are gonna attack, but look what comes out later on, you know. Nobody trusts Jody Sue. Like 90% of us. No, you're not, Sheba. You and you know what? You and Jam 420 would be like, you guys are so much alike. Me and Jam I was actually telling her that the other day. I don't think I had a chance to tell you yet. I'm interested in what the fuck is wrong with Candace's mentality. Yeah. I wish that I was saying this the other day, I wish there was a way that she could have I was saying, if she was to be convicted or charged with something, I'm not sure she might even, there might be something mentally where I don't know if she might be able to use it as a way to, I don't know if I want to say get out of it, but I do feel like Dawn has been very influential, like, she does what she goes along with them. She's very loyal. Exactly. You wanted to feel sorry for her. Supposedly he was on Dawn's or Doug's. We'll check here in a second. What's his channel name again? I haven't watched him for so long. Investigates. Gosh, I forget it. Oh, no thanks. Here we go. We'll watch Dawn after we watch this Killer Looks, but I have it pulled up.
Most people follow what other people are doing because they don't want to be seen as the odd one out. They don't want to be seen doing the wrong thing. There is no right or wrong. There are only opinions. And you cannot be living anywhere near your best life if all you are doing is living by others' opinions. Trust your intuition and value yourself enough to follow what you believe is right. Dare to be so crazy that you actually think for yourself and form your own opinion, no matter what those around you believe. That is called integrity. Albert Einstein once said, "Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts."
I need to find. Okay, so that Team Fearless. Let's check out this. I wonder which video which one that was. But that was really good. That was it was Killer Looks, but he got that clip from Team Fearless. And I think that's really motivating and something I try to listen to something like that like when I first wake up. I swear that's what I do every day. Timestamp. Oh, you pulled it. Oh, awesome. Thank you, RJ. I got your email and I had the link up. I just didn't have the exact timestamp, so that helps a lot. No, it's not true that no. He didn't catch him on fire, but he was kind of joking around about it like he was going to. I don't know how much, but it's just he's just kind of demented. I don't know how the exact story, but he was on a Facebook like call with Jenna, I believe, or Candace was with Jenna, and he started acting like he was going to catch the cat's tail on fire or catch it on fire by just acting like kept flicking the lighter at his tail and just being stupid. He was drunk. I think he thought he was funny. I don't know if it was some people took it more serious, but that I don't think he actually like really tried. But he has done, according to Jose, he has done some pretty like horrific things with animals, like for instance throwing Summer's, the worst one I've heard is throwing Summer's kitten to a pack of freaking hungry, starving, and I'm not exaggerating. Many of those dogs on that property were very, very skinny and underweight, and all of them, yeah. Anyways, he threw, they thought he was throwing him food, and he threw the cat at him, and they tore the cat tore Summer's kitten to pieces right in front of her. That's the most horrible story I've heard about him. It is so horrible. She did. Said he was cruel to animals. Yeah, and that's a big sign too. Being like Dom Beach was in here. She said she works in the field, and she gave us a good explanation of the difference between a psychopath and being a psychopath and going through a psychotic episode. Or I kind of believe that we were also talking about antisocial personality disorder. I just feel like that is antisocial personality disorder, and for a psychopath, not like, people can have psychotic episodes and not be a psychopath, is basically what she was trying to explain. And that's very true. And also we were talking about how a psychopath isn't usually, you can't get diagnosed a psychopath until like, late teens, 20s. It's something you're not born with. It's developed. And it makes you wonder if Don is possibly a psychopath, or I think more so antisocial personality disorder. He's just, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. He's not, I don't know. What do you got? We shouldn't diagnose him, but that is a symptom or whatever of those type of people that have those behavioral issues, or those that are actually a psychopath. They start with animals. They have no empathy. Sociopath. Yeah, and that's sociopath is somebody who has antisocial personality disorder. Isn't it? Sociopath. Yeah, antisocial personality disorder is the same thing as a sociopath. Just want to double check, because I don't want it. But yes, I do believe more so a sociopath, which, and some people think is even more. It's scarier. Sociopaths are not good people. I don't know though. So much. I don't. Too bad Dumb Beach isn't in here. RJ might know, but is a sociopath. I wonder when that's diagnosed, or if that's one of those that is. Yeah, the condition can't be diagnosed until adolescence or adulthood. Those with antisocial personality disorder tend to lie, break laws, act impulsively, and lack regard for their own safety or the safety of others. Symptoms may lessen with age. Treatment may include talk therapy and support for affected family members. Deceitfulness, hostility, irresponsibility, manipulativeness, risk-taking behaviors, aggression, impulsivity, irritability, or lack of restraint, anger, boredom, or general discontent. Yeah, I do believe he gets bored easily, and him not working very much is not probably a good thing. Also common, physical substance dependence or substance abuse. Antisocial personality disorder, sometimes called sociopathy, is a mental health condition in which a person consistently shows no regard for right and wrong and ignores the rights and feelings of others. Can sociopaths feel empathy? And this is from WebMD or the Mayo Clinic. A sociopath typically has a conscience, but it's weak. They may know that taking your money is wrong, and they might feel some guilt or remorse, but that won't stop their behavior. Both lack empathy, the ability to stand in someone else's shoes and understand how they feel. What's the difference between a sociopath and a... Okay, so both lack empathy. So, right, that's what they're talking about. Both a sociopath and a psychopath lack empathy and the ability to stand in someone else's shoes and understand how they feel. But a psychopath has less regard for others. Someone with this personality type sees others as objects he can use for his own benefit. They're not always violent. Psychopaths and sociopaths are usually the villains who kill or torture innocent people. Well, in the movies and TV shows. In real life, some people with antisocial personality disorder can be violent, but most are not. Instead, they use manipulation and reckless behavior to get what they want. And we've heard that a lot about Don being manipulative. So I would definitely say more so that he is, if my opinion, and I have done a lot of reading on and research on this, but I don't have a degree in psychology or anything like that. But I would say more so he is a sociopath, in my opinion. You think she's I think a serial killer is more like wouldn't they be more like a psychopath? A serial killer? A psychopath has less regard for others. And they see others as objects and for use as their own benefit. Okay. Do they have a conscience? A key difference between a psychopath and a sociopath is whether he has a conscience. The little voice inside that lets us know when we're doing something wrong. He's a psychologist at the Sacramento County Mental Health Treatment Center. It's Michael Tompkins. Sorry, sometimes I skip words, so I feel like just the same time. A psychopath doesn't have a conscience. If he lies to you so he can steal your money, he won't feel any moral qualms, though he may pretend to. He may observe others, then act the way they do, so he's not found out. Yes, that is him. He does copy other people. You may have heard someone call somebody a psychopath or a sociopath, but what do those words really mean? You won't find the definitions in the Mental Health Official Handbook, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. Doctors don't officially diagnose people as psychopaths or sociopaths. They use a different term instead, antisocial personality disorder. So basically, somebody with antisocial personality disorder can be a psychopath or a sociopath? So if somebody's a psychopath, okay. Is psychopath, I feel like, okay, I think is psychopath pretty much like similar, but just a higher level, basically, of basically even less empathy. and regard for others than a sociopath. I do think Don has some empathy. And I think he recognizes when he's doing wrong. He does have some empathy, so it's hard for me to think he's a psychopath. I don't think Candace copies others' behavior, do you? I think that Don copies people's behavior. How many times has he changed his story to fit with... I mean, we've seen it. For those of you guys who have watched this case since the beginning, Don will change what he says to kind of fit with what everybody... I mean, to make him look better. Because he'll listen to what people, like he'll watch things, hearing us say like, oh, Don should, talk more about Summer, or Don should do this, or Don should do that. And then he changes. He used to never talk about Summer, like ever. She repeats people's statements on words all the time. However you want to classify them, right? Well, see, this is why I'm interested in true crime. It's the psychology aspect of it. It's very, very interesting to me. And I don't read much about this stuff because I feel like many of you guys aren't as interested in the educational side of it, I guess. I don't know. Many of you are. At worst, they're cold, calculating killers. Okay. So a psychopath and a sociopath, they're talking about both of them. In real life, some people with antisocial personality disorder can be violent, but most aren't. At worst, they're cold, calculating killers, Kipnis says. Others, he says, are skilled at climbing their way up the corporate ladder, even if they have to hurt someone to get there. If you recognize some of these traits in a family member or coworker, you may be tempted to think you're living or working with a psychopath or sociopath, but just because a person is mean or selfish, it doesn't necessarily mean they have a disorder. True. It's not easy to spot a psychopath. They can be intelligent, charming, and good at mimicking emotions. They may pretend to be interested in you, but in reality, they probably don't care. They're skilled actors whose sole mission is to manipulate people for personal gain. Sociopaths are less able to play along. They make it plain that they're not interested in anyone but themselves. They often blame others and have excuses for their behavior. That is Dawn all the way. Some experts see sociopaths as hot-headed. They act without thinking how others will be affected. Psychopaths are more cold-hearted and calculating. They will carefully plot their moves and use aggression in a planned-out way to get what they want. If they're after more money or status in the office, for example, they'll make a plan to take out any barriers that stand in the way, even if it's another person's job or reputation. Recent research suggests a psychopath's brain is not like other people's. It may have physical differences that make it hard for the person to identify with someone else's distress. The differences can even change basic body functions. For example, when most people see blood or violence in a movie, their hearts beat faster, their breathing quickens, and their palms get sweaty. A psychopath has the opposite reaction. He gets calmer. Kipnis says that quality helps psychopaths be fearless and engage in risky behavior. They don't fear the consequences of their actions, he says. Wow. So go, see how your date, if you're dating, see how they react to scary movies. They make some calm. Hey, Jam. Was a mental health case manager and keeps up with it. DSM is my Bible. Was to absorb the right things to say and absorb the right way to feel. But yes, I think so too. They wanted to. I think they wanted to, especially Dawn wanted to, of course, look a certain way to the public, and Candace too. She, you know, oh, I watched Summer go all the way to the door. I walked her all the way to the door. Those kids, they were probably wild. Like how was she gonna walk them to the door every single, or Summer to the door every single time? Like that's the thing. Like why people, they just came out of the gate way too unbelievable. That, you know, nobody's perfect, but they were trying to make this image like they were like these amazing parents when our eyes are seeing something totally different. Brian Koberger, psychopath poster child. Yeah. True. He's like, yeah, he's true. Okay, so I guess this is when Dawn comes on the panel. This is Doug from No Thanks. So give him a subscription on my backup account here. Give him a like. Everybody like this video real quick. My video. And Doug's if you feel like it. If you are feeling nice.
$423 number coming in. 423, you're on the air. Who's this?
Don.
I'm sorry, what was that, sir?
Don.
How are you doing?
The one you.
Oh, Don Wells.
Yeah.
I'm glad you called.
Yeah, I bet you is.
I'm glad you called. What happens, Don? Why do you know more of what happened at this point than you knew from day one? I'm not gonna get into crazy stuff right now, but do you know more than you knew from what you were told from day one?
You're already into all kind of crazy stuff. You're way off base on every damn thing. You don't know shit.
Well,
you're not
okay. Whoa. What are we off? What are we off on? You tell us what we're off on, and we'll correct it with you right now.
From what I hear, you're way off base, Don, because you don't even know. You don't know shit actually, because you don't even know if Summer went to the hospital with Candace and Grandis. How the fuck do you not know? That's not normal. Anyways, sorry. I'm reacting before I even hear it because I don't want to flip my lid, because I know I'm going to if I hear him seriously say what people have said he said. We will see.
No. Every fucking thing. You know what? But here's the thing. That's for the police, TBI, FBI and shit. They're real investigators. You're nothing but a dumbass heckler. Okay. You don't know nothing. Your show's about making fun of people. It's not helping Summer. That's not helping my boys. That's not helping nobody.
Who am I making fun of?
You're making fun of us and everybody else. That's what you do, man.
Don, you made pranks on your daughter, Don. You pranked people while your daughter was missing. Tell me what's worse than that?
Why don't you ask yourself why I did that? Why don't you think about that?
I have asked myself. Why don't you tell us?
I don't need to tell you a damn thing, Doug.
Well, if
you're not an investor.
If you're telling me why I know it, tell me how I know, and I don't know. I know that Candace knows more. I can tell you, Candace knows more, Don.
I did it because I wanted to, and there were certain reasons behind it, and the people You know, they know why or whatever.
Was it because you were getting trashed? Because I've stood up for you, Don. I don't know if you've heard my past shows, but lately in the whole Summer Wells rewind thing, I've been saying, Don, I'm on your side. I know that you've been played as a pawn. No, I'll tell you exactly what I've said, and it could back up what I've said.
Well, I don't believe that. I believe now that Don's the number one. He's the one that's out trying to. He's so worried about what people are saying on YouTube. Why? If you know in your heart, Don, if you are as religious as you say you are, the Christian you say you are, then why don't you just surrender and stop watching this shit that people say about you? You keep doing the reason why you keep watching stuff and you're so worried is because you have guilty knowledge of some sort. In my opinion, I think direct knowledge. And you are so afraid you want to keep tabs on what everybody's saying. I kind of feel like you won't come over here because I know I'm not saying, oh, I'm a badass, and I'm not, but I think you don't want to answer the tough questions. That was today, Lisa. I'm going Hannibal. Okay. Okay, so I see D has it on her channel. Okay, cool. I'll check that out here in a second.
And then you can tell me where I'm wrong on, because then we can.
Yeah, but as soon as I hang up, you'll be like, man, he's a dumbass.
No, I won't say that. One thing I'll give you my word on is that, and another thing I'll give you my word on is it's all about Summer Wells. I'll stop making fun of you, and then if this is your number, we can talk. We can talk. Nothing has to be on the air. I'd rather talk about stuff where we don't have to say anything on air, and you feel more comfortable, and then I feel more comfortable. It's not about what you think it is with me.
Oh, you can record me? Wow,
no, I will not record you. I'll put that on my channels and everything else. I'll not. But it has to only stay about summer. It has to stay about Summer Wells. That's it.
I have to agree. You're right about some things, and that's it. I was a dumb motherfucker for a long time. Okay. You're right about that. Yeah, I had no idea what I was getting. I've never done on YouTube in my damn life.
Right. I have compassion. I have compassion for that, Don. I do, and I think that you got railroaded because it was made about Jeannie and Mary and not about your daughter. And somebody else took that away from you. Chris McDonough single-handedly screwed that case up and mixed that case with your daughter case, and it should never happen.
Thanks so much, Gloria. You think a lot? There is a lot of Pisces that are psychopaths. The ones that don't learn from their. It doesn't matter the sign, but Pisces are emotional, and when they lack their natural empathy, like they're supposed to have, you're Pisces, you're supposed to be an empathetic person, then that's bad news. Then you get dark Pisces, and dark Pisces you don't want to be around because they're very cruel. But I am not, I don't agree with what Doug's doing here. He's doing what every other creator has done, and it's annoying. I know he's trying to get on Don's good side and stuff, but he knows that's not going to work. He knows it. So why is he? I don't know. He's going to record him. He knows he is. Don't. So was there a gag order on Don? I thought the court ordered him to stay out. I guess the gag order was supposedly just about the boys. Who's a Pisces? Oh, she was talking about. GM had a comment. She deleted it though, but she was talking about a daughter-in-law of hers. So sorry about that. I can see why you're confused. I think she deleted it because I don't know, if she miswrites something, she thinks she has to delete it, but I understood what she was saying. Yeah, I mean, he's trying to relate. I do. That is a good way to, he does have those strong feelings about Chris McDonough, and so does Don. So that is a good way to like relate to Don and get him to open up. I think that's okay. But, oh, we should talk alone. I don't think so. But I think he's full of it there. And I think Doug knows he is full of it.
And y'all keep on. Yeah, we didn't know how to handle ourselves, man. We were, all stressed out, missing our daughter. Yeah, we made bad choices like drinking and getting on the air and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we messed up bad. There's no doubt about that. Right. We did.
Can I ask you, if you could go back to that second and take yourself back, would you have done the rehab stuff in jail, or would you have accepted the rehab before this?
I would have. They didn't have no rehab in jail. They didn't offer me nothing but 23-hour lockdown. They didn't offer me nothing.
Well, then they lied to us because they said you could get out in 6 months if you did their rehab in-house.
Well, that's the story they told me too, but they didn't offer me anything in that.
Well, okay, so this is how we find Summer. This is how we get to the bottom of things and actually talk it out in adult. With that whole stuff that even if you told on yourself, that stuff's separate to me, because that if anyone mixes that in this case, it's not only disrespectful to Summer, but it's not going to help us get anywhere, right? It's actually going to take us back to all the speculation of like, hey, Don's guilty because of this, or it's passed down because of this. I'm not here for that. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to find Summer Wells and find answers and help you guys find out where your daughter is, or at least help you if somebody else knows. And you've said some stuff in the past where you're like, hey, I could, and this is the stuff I'd want to go back on. Like, hey, and I don't want to go too much into CM or anything right now, but I want to say, you said you always knew something was going to happen to Summer. What did you mean by that?
Well, you turned it into some kind of a, bad thing or whatever, but I don't want to get into it. I've said what I said.
Fair enough.
What else is there to say? I've said what I said. I wish I wouldn't have said it because everybody's making fun of it now. But it is what it is at this point.
If you could go back and change the start, because the first interview you had was when you had Josie with you and you had your arm around his neck. And correct me if I'm wrong, because this is the stuff that needs to come out. And just answer if you want. And if it's going to affect the case, don't answer. Just say that's something I think is going to affect the case. And I have respect for that. And if you don't want to answer because of other reasons, and you say I don't want to answer because I'll respect that.
I swear.
Okay, thank you. All right, so let's just go back. So we'll go past that part. When you said you always felt that something was going to happen after that part, you said that you wanted to take your kids or your family to Utah. Were you planning on going by yourself? Because you took JW with you. And we'll call Josie now from here on out JW, if you don't mind. And I don't want to talk too much about the kids. Matter of fact, I don't want to talk any more about the kids. How's that?
I went out there ahead of time and got a job because we were moving out there. We were packing this place up and moving out there. I had a good job out there and everything. And then all these things happened. My wife wanted me back home. She played some games with me to get me back home. Mm-hmm.
We're talking
That's pretty
games. Can we call games?
Well, it's too bad that they didn't move to Utah because maybe Summer would still be here. But you know, should have, would have, could have. We can't go back, so we can only move forward. He did play a lot of jokes very early on, and it was not normal. It just wasn't normal for somebody who should have been grieving, or I don't know if grieving is the right word because we don't know. We hope that she's alive, but you know, it is like I'm sure it is like a grieving process. It's probably almost worse to having a missing child out there and not knowing. That would probably be worse. Because you're always going to have that little bit of hope. No matter if it's been how many years later, you're always going to have that little bit of hope. Candace for playing games is the reason for his return from Utah and forgets what he originally said. He has so much more than guilty knowledge. I'm a little... Oh, okay. Something wrong. He did something bad. I know he did. I have known since the moment I saw that man's face. It was written all over it. It would be wiser for anyone on YouTube to either record or speak to him only on the live. Too much game playing. Yeah, he's gonna Doug's gonna record him. He knows that, and it's nothing. I'm not talking shit about Doug at all, but you don't have to lie to kick it. Slowly going down the toilet. He flew. Well, he didn't. He flew. Well, not necessarily flew. They drove home, but he flew home because Candace was messing with Jose. Yeah, she had a guy there. And originally, which was Jose, and originally was telling Dawn, oh, it's Allie's boyfriend, which I think, you know, they kind of were for a while. And, you know, it was just one big party. Yeah, he originally did say, I thought he originally said something like he couldn't find a job. So I didn't know, for him to say he hasn't had a job lined up, that's news to me. I thought he, hold on one second. So anyways, I thought he said he didn't have a job lined up. I could be wrong, but some milk. Milk's even gone up. I went into CVS yesterday and milk was $5, but CVS is expensive. They do have a good like rewards program thing, but that's why they make everything so expensive. He called Candace and he thought he was at a party just to get food, but Candace thought he was at a real party. Oh yeah, it sounds like they were definitely playing some type of games. He had a job out there in Utah? Yeah, it's a weird thing to say. I always knew that something was going to happen. It's just a weird thing. And like in that one picture, I'll find it here in a few, where he's holding her, and he said that was the last. Didn't he say that was like the last picture of him and Summer together, and he was holding her like that because he just knew that was going to be the last time he held her. That was something like he said, and that's odd. Okay, if you, it's one thing to say, oh, I always felt like had a bad feeling that something was going to happen. Okay, that's one thing, but to then have a certain date, basically, he was saying, oh, that was I knew that was going to be the last time I held Summer, and I was just holding her because I knew it was going to be one of the last times I held her. So you go from having a bad feeling that something's going to happen to her to knowing basically it was going to happen now. It's happening really soon. So he was crying in that pic. Yeah. Kenneth thinks when they're all, well, many of them are like not after him, but they're pretending to be to try to get information out of him. Some people are saying he did have a job lined up, but it makes me wonder. You remember how he wouldn't I want to ask him questions like, why wouldn't he let Josie, just questions that he's never been asked before. Why wouldn't he let Josie go into the house when they were there? Why wasn't he allowed to talk to anybody? Why does he know a Playboy? Did him and Andy ever go to Knoxville together? Did he ever pick up prostitutes? Does he know somebody named Playboy that went by Playboy? I have a lot of questions for him. The time that Benny went out there, did he go on a crack binge, and where did he go? And did he happen to pick up during that day he was gone or night he was gone, did he happen to pick up a prostitute? Because the timing of that trip, I believe, if that story is correct, the story about him going to Knoxville and giving that prostitute a ride away from that motel, like snuck her away from there or whatever. The timing I figured out would have been around the time that it would have been that time that Benny was there, around that time. So that means that it couldn't have been the reason why, because this lady said it was after Summer went missing that she saw Dawn. It claims that he never said anything about Summer. So I want to ask him that kind of stuff. So that can't be a reason why Summer was taken, because of because I thought at first, well, what if this is true and this guy took Summer to get back at Dawn for taking one of his girls? It's an equal trade. A girl, you took one of mine, so I'm going to take one of yours. I don't know. You and me both. Lots of questions they will only sidestep. No, he's not going to answer honestly, but I want to see how he reacts. And then I want to ask him the same questions again in different way. Yeah, Andy Paul. When did he stay there? When did he leave? I want to ask because these are questions I want to ask him, but he's not going to be honest. No, but I shouldn't even mention him on here because if he happens to, I don't want him to be prepared anyway. But yeah, I like to ask the same questions in different ways and see how he reacts because I think it speaks volumes.
Games, Jose, was that the games we're talking about?
Yes.
Can I ask you, with that situation, without going too much more into that, who called the 911 call on the Jose situation? Was it your wife or was it her mother?
I think it was my wife, but I'm not sure. I mean, it don't matter. I mean, I went to jail that time too, but.
So if Grandis's phone's the only one that works there, she would have had to use and when I say Grandis, I'll talk about Candy Hair. She would have had to use Candy Hair's phone, correct?
Right, and we had to change all our phones up because they put an AT&T tower out here, so we all have AT&T now.
Got it. Yeah. But then who had phones then? Was it just you and Candace? Did the boys have phones?
Well, the boys had a bunch of old phones that they played games on and stuff like that. And we had internet and everything, back then.
Got it. Okay, so moving forward from there, you didn't want to move to Utah to separate from Candace, right?
No, we were all moving out there. I was just putting the place up for sale.
Okay.
No, I had a good job out there.
And I'm going to kind of skip around. That's how my ADHD works, but I'm also going to try to keep us in order here and keep it respectful. I'm not here to damage you or your persona or help you lose a job or make fun of you. You have my word. If you have these kind of conversations, I promise I'll stop making fun of you as well.
Saying no, Doug, man, my kids see all this stuff. Y'all having a good time and everything.
I agree. No, I agree. 100%.
It's not helping this case. My boys see that and they think we're jerkwads, which we are, I guess.
First step of healing. Hey, first step of healing.
Wow. He's talking about the boys. He just, if you listen to how he says things, because he's not honest. So you have to kind of, certain things he says a lot, just like what he just said. Our boys thinks we're jerkwads. They see it. Most kids would really miss their parents. Even if they were a little bad. Even if, kids do like the electronics and all that, but I'm guessing out there on the hill, they had all kinds of freedom to do whatever they want. They didn't even have to go to do their homework if they didn't want to. No, he never learns. That's why he's in this position he's in, Killer, because that's why he gets in these positions, because he never freaking learns. It had to have started in his childhood. Like Mary talked about how his dad let Don get away with everything and babied him. And Don got his way with everything. That's where it started. That's why that makes some people, that sticks with them their entire lives. I don't know why some people are able to grow and why some others are just so stuck and really entitled. Yeah, I guess he was on Doug's today. Yeah, keep doing I know that's what people keep saying, that they were thinking it was an old video. Yeah, he just never learns, and I don't think any of us should be really that shocked. But keep your eyes on. I don't know. I don't know. I think they're Candy Hair may possibly know something, but I don't think she's going to be the best of people because she's just but I just don't think, I don't get the feeling like she's really involved, but she may know. She probably, I don't know. I don't think that she had direct, like, was it? I know that's, oh, I'm not going to make fun of you. It sounds like juvenile. Don is kind of and I'm not making fun of Doug, because I'm not really making fun of Don either. I'm just saying Don is kind of like, oh, you hurt my feelings. Yeah. Well, you got Doug's manipulating him, but they're both manipulating each other. He is his own worst enemy. The boys don't want to go back, is what he really is saying. Yeah. If anything, when they get arrested, Candace will tell where Summer is. Yeah, I believe so too. Candace is going to be the person that speaks. I believe she'll probably be the first one. If anybody does. Now, well, if Grandis knows anything, that her, then Candace. And Killer, yeah, keep doing those videos and putting things together like you're doing. You're doing a really good job. I actually forgot to show I was going to show that other video. I didn't show the one I wanted to show. I have a video pulled up that somebody sent me about that little wing maid, about Lynn and Jenna. This would have been, it's a newer video, which is good to revisit it because we haven't, we kind of forgot a lot about the Lynn and Jenna stuff. Some of you guys might not even know about it. It was two people who had spoke directly with Candace and kind of built like a friendship for a small time. Do you think his rights have already been removed and they're just not saying? Probably not. No, Lisa, I don't blame the boys. That's what I'm saying. I don't blame them. That's why I am saying it must have been really bad, because even if I just can't imagine a kid not missing their parents. I mean, kids love, electronics but something must have been so bad, because I don't know.
You just did right there, Don. It's the first step. Admitting, right? You just admitted it right there, Don. You have a chance. The one thing I say you've done right in your life, and can correct me if I'm wrong, is it Summer Wells?
Yeah.
That is the one thing you've done right in your life, right?
All my kids, I love them all.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying you don't love your kids. Let's take that out of the equation, because on a phone call with me and you, excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. On a phone call between me and you said, I love my boys, but all I want is my summer. You said it just like that to me, Don.
If I said something like that, I was probably drunker than hell.
No, you were sober. You were sober. It was like we were 11 a.m. in the morning. Well, I guess time doesn't matter.
I don't remember.
Yeah, okay.
I
have the phone call.
Like that.
I have all the stuff that you can go back and listen to, and things of that nature. And I have no problem going back with you to the beginning, because we need to go back to the beginning, Don.
Look at it like this, okay? Look at it like this. Let's say one of the boys was abducted, okay? I would be thinking solely on that one and what he's going through. Who's hurting him? And is he hollering, Daddy, Daddy, please come and get me, and stuff like that. And that stuff runs through a parent's mind. It'll drive you absolutely insane. If it would have been one of the boys, that I probably would have been more just thinking of that one more than anything, because they're being hurt. The other ones, they might be in foster care right now, but they're being taken care of, and I'm not worried about them. I'm worried sick for someone. Yes, I am.
Are you worried about your boys right now, where they're at? Or because they're very safe? They're very safe, right?
They're in a very good place. They're being well taken care of. We talk to
remember that. Can you do me a favor and remember that at this time? I know you want them back, and I'm not saying you'll never get them back, Don. But it's going to take some work, and stuff that we can help you with. I have no problem helping you with that work, as long as you guys are doing the work, right? Like it really helps.
We're doing all kinds of stuff. We're doing everything they ask us, and we're complying with it. We're trying hard.
Okay. So having a pinky swear and an online resolution here, like again, I even took off the spackle hat. I know you're a hard worker, Don. And I know that the one thing you feel in your life, and going back to that question, is Summer Wells the one thing that you feel at this point that has the most? Well, she was so different than your other kid, right? She just needed her daddy no matter what.
No, she was my little girl. She was a daddy's girl, and
she loved you. She loved you.
Any dad feel that way. Yeah.
She adored you, Don.
I think, if you notice, I think a lot of the reason that Don, I think he feels guilty. I do think Don has empathy, and I think he feels guilty. And yeah, I believe he's the one put his daughter in some type of danger. And it should run in your head over and over, Don. If you put your daughter in danger, to save your ass in some way, or to benefit you in some way, first of all, you just need to man up and just be honest, tell the truth, because if I had some kind of psychotic episode and I can't imagine ever hurting my child, but I feel like I would, if I would survive something like that, without hurting myself, because I would feel incredible guilt. I would be like, oh, please just give me the death penalty. I deserve it. I would feel like I would deserve everything people would say. I'd be saying the even worse things about myself. But I think Don does have moments where he thinks about whatever position he puts. I believe he put Summer in whatever position she was in. And maybe they weren't right there. Maybe Summer is still alive. Maybe they weren't right there when the bad things happen to Summer. Out of sight, out of mind. But yeah, of course that type of stuff is going to run through your head. Especially if wherever you put Summer or was not the safest place for her. Yeah, it should haunt you. I hope it does haunt you forever. believe at the end of the CPS case, law enforcement will have some charges from CPS, all of them. Yeah, that's very possible. Yeah, he does make it look interesting, finding all that stuff. I don't know how some of these people find things from. It's so hard. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, finding certain pieces of information and these lives and discussions, especially certain people have go on people's panels and stuff. Sometimes it's hard to find that shit. It takes a lot of work. Those videos that like Killer Looks puts together and D, etc., those take a lot of time. Agree, he has a past of being a predator, and he knows something in Summer that caused him to see her in a way no adult should see a child. And you know what's so strange? Okay, real quick before we go on, because it just made me think of something. Candace's like feeling towards girls. Okay, like when she has something against girl children, not just girl children, girls in general, because when Yucky had her puppies, she was going to keep all the boys. She didn't want the girls. All the boys, she got rid of all the boys, or all the girls, all the girl dogs. She said it was because they had babies. But she didn't want any of the girl dogs. I just find it kind of weird. Like, she just has a weird, it just seems like, it could be just something like, it could mean nothing. It just kind of stuck with me because of how all these rumors about supposedly, or Candace possibly having other girl babies and selling them or whatever, the rumors with that, it makes you think, like, what is her deal with girls? Let's call it someone that was not cool with the party that took place on the hill. Well, there is a rumor supposed that there's rumors about her and Allie and stuff like that. Who knows what kind of weird things were going on at that hill when Dawn was in Utah. I can just imagine. I don't want to imagine, but sometimes my mind goes there.
Dawn?
Mm-hmm.
She still does, no matter where she's at, right?
Anybody could say anything in the world to her, and it would just rolled off her back. And I accidentally said something a little bit harsh to her once, and she just broke down. And I had to apologize to her several times to get her to calm down. And that's how it was with her.
What can we, before I ask you some more questions, what can we do for you guys right now to help you find Summer, besides keeping it positive, taking the trash out of it, taking the funny stuff? And I have no problem doing that 100%, Don. 100%.
Right.
You have my word. No more funny stuff, not even for Jody Sue. Can we play the funny stuff about Jody Sue and stuff? Is that cool?
It's not my show, brother. It's your show.
I don't want to offend. I just don't want to offend you. I'll stop everything if that's the case. If it's about Summer Wells, I'll stop everything. Honestly, if you keep
it's your show, man. You're gonna do what you do. It's not.
All right. So I'm gonna drop all the comedy. I'm gonna drop all the comedy out of this case.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, two manipulative people manipulating each other. Sorry. Candace said she's not drinking because she is trying to get her boys back. Perhaps Jody was pissed about the noise and thought Summer's disappearance would stop it. She did seem to have, I don't think, gosh, that seems awfully extreme, but just to try to get peace and quiet. I would think that the boys would be more rowdy, right? Or, I mean, Jody Sue could have, like, maybe it was. They're so far, guys. I don't believe that Jody Sue really could hear the boys and the kid and Summer from their house. I don't believe that. It's really far. Like, and if she heard something, it's not going to be like, I know they're in that valley and stuff and sound travels, but there's a lot of like trees and they're far. And I just don't think it's possible. I don't believe that Jody Sue could hear the kids from their house. It's not close. Even though they say neighbors, it's like, it's a little ways down Ben Hill to even get to 125 after Dawn and Candace's, but it's also way up a driveway over at Jody Sue's and way up a driveway for Dawn and Candace. So it just, I don't know. And then there's tons of trees and I mean, maybe I've occasionally hear them occasionally, but I don't think so much where it's like, oh my gosh, keeping them up or where she can't take her afternoon siesta. I don't think so. I don't think it couldn't have been that distracting and that. I don't believe so. Two peas in a pod. Yeah, it's going to be impossible if Dawn's still drinking. Their only chance was for them to separate. The only chance of getting those boys back was for Candace to leave Dawn. That's my opinion, though.
When it comes to you guys,
I will say that just know that we're trying hard. We love our kids. We miss Summer very much.
Right.
And yeah, we made a lot of dumb mistakes by drinking and being stupid. And you showed that proof tonight. Absolutely.
So if we go back to June 15th, Dawn, and we've talked about this, and if it gets too uncomfortable, please stop me. I just want to take it back to that. I think the timeline is most important to find out what happened to your daughter, okay? And who was with her last and things of that nature. And if it gets uncomfortable, I get it. And if you think it's going to again, I don't want to bring up your boys any longer, okay? Done.
Can I try to just shorten it up real quick?
Sure.
Sum it up?
Sure.
What Candace has said, I believe to be 100% accurate. I had it in my mind that I was just going to cuss her out. I was just going to lay into her so hard. And when I seen how brokenhearted she was and how mentally numb she was and everything, I couldn't say anything to her at all. She was absolutely broken, and then all this YouTube stuff added to it and everything has just really, really just broken us down way more, than we already are. But yeah, we've made a lot of mistakes. Should have never picked up any alcohol, trying to kill the pain, but that didn't help at all. It just made it worse. But I believe my wife 100%. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, she's made a lot of mistakes too, and believed in certain YouTubers and stuff like that, and they led her down dark roads, everything else, but Anyways, I'm probably gonna have to get off here.
Can I ask you a few more things, or do you have a few more minutes for me, or can you, or are you stuck, or do you have to go at the second? We can do this again if you want.
Ask me one more thing, I guess. But I do have.
Okay. Did Summer go with Candace in the morning to the ER?
I don't. I was at work and I called and they said that they was waiting on some prescriptions or something, and all I know is Allie begged her to come pick up Hunter and take him to the leg while they were waiting on the prescription. That's all I know. And I seen the footage where there's at the leg. I seen the picture. The very last picture she got was with her asleep by the milk jugs. That was the last picture.
Do you know for a fact that was that day, Don?
Yes, because I decided to stay at work longer because they wasn't going to be home. So I thought, well, I'll just get a couple more hours in. And that's when they got home. I was sitting talking to one of my buddies on the job site for a long time. We probably sit and talk for an hour and 15 minutes. And then I got that phone call and I started throwing my tools in the Subaru and hauled ass for the house.
Why did you take the Subaru from Candace and that day? Did you?
Well, I didn't take it from her. She had my Suburban and other vehicles. We had all kinds of vehicles at the time.
Why'd you switch it up though? Is what I'm saying, because I said something that I want to retract right now if it's not true. It was when I said that it was a power play because I thought Don was mad at Candace and he took it from her.
Well, no, nothing like that. It's just that I wanted to put some miles on the Subaru. I was paying all kinds of money for it, and I thought, well, I'll use it for a while and put some miles on it, let my truck sit and rest for a while. And she had that nice Suburban, and that I was fixing up. Had all kinds of money tied up in that thing.
How in fact, what time did you leave on June 15th for work? Because I haven't.
I'm a little mixed up on that, to be honest with you. I mean, I thought I got the phone call around 5:30 or so, but really, honestly, I cannot be sure. And then we went and looked in our phones to find out exactly, because we was working the timeline with the TBI, which nobody has the timeline but me, Candace, and TBI. We're the only ones that have the timeline. So anybody who claims to have a timeline, no way.
Oh my God. But you don't have the timeline, Don. You just said you don't know if Summer went to the hospital. You're not really even sure yourself. So, for you to sit there and, oh, everybody on YouTube's wrong. Only me, TBI, and Candace know that. No, well, you obviously don't. He probably feels a little bit bad when people accuse Candace because he knows he's the one to put her in that position. And I need to take a couple ibuprofen. Getting kind of headache. Well, but she's not at the bottom. Jody Sue's not at the bottom of the hill. She wouldn't be on Ben Hill. Like, nobody goes on Ben Hill. They don't just like take strolls down Ben Hill and go for walks down there. It is a long walk to walk down the driveway to Ben Hill. Like a very, very long walk. Jody Sue's not doing that. I don't believe it. It's so far. She's going to drive a vehicle down to the bottom. And it's all like, it's a straight, the hill up, and it's just, the driveway at Jody Sue's is like it's horrible. I don't know how they even get any vehicles. It looks like you would have to have like a tractor to go up that driveway. And Don and Candace's is almost as bad. Popping pills. Yeah.
I'd say I'm 90% sure that I'm pretty close on my timeline with what happened that day and who was with me.
Yeah. And I'm not absolutely sure. And we checked our phones, and for some reason when they took our phones, they took that part of our phones. And I probably shouldn't say that, but I'm really not sure, to be honest with you.
So Candace said in one of the phone calls when we were talking, and I just played it actually, and I think you were hearing it, is she said, Hunter's the one that called me that morning. When you told me in a previous phone call before this happened that Hunter wasn't allowed at the house that day, and you don't know, or she didn't know if Hunter was at the house that day. But Candace knows, I believe, if Hunter was there that day, because she would have had to bring him there, right?
Yeah, he wasn't. I don't think he was here that day, no. Because Allie called.
You don't think he was there, but like if he was at, if he was picked up in the morning time after Candace, Candace went and grabbed him while after the hospital. That's why I was asking, was Summer with her? Because I don't believe she put Summer in her bathing suit until later in the day, like she said, and it would have been at her house. So I believe Summer was left at home. So I'm wondering if she grabbed Hunter and then brought him back to your house, because that would have been the first time that day that he would have been back there.
She kept swimming stuff in the Suburban for the kids, because we put the canoe on top of the Suburban. And but
she said in the interview that it was too hot to leave. It was too hot to leave the house with Summer in those clothes that day. So she changed her in her bathing suit before they left.
Yeah, I really wouldn't know on any of that stuff, to be honest with you.
But I thought you knew the timeline. You're one of the only ones that know the timeline. And also that contradicts if the whole, when the swimming suit was put on, it's odd too that is changed. Like on Chris McDonough's, she said didn't she say she changed her? Well, she changed her into her regular clothes. I thought she changed her at Allie's. And supposedly Allie was sleeping too, so I don't believe Allie was begging her to come get H. I think that I believe Candace had an inappropriate relationship with H, whether that is I believe inappropriate, okay? They may have not. I just believe she was inappropriate with him at the very least. Like, getting him alcohol, being his buddy, just inappropriate, and it has to do, she's in that mentality. She's like at his level mentally, somebody around 14, 15 years old. I thought they took Grandma's truck, not the Suburban. Yeah, weren't they taking Grandma's vehicle? I think something happened the night before, early morning, and they all scrambled up. Oh, good one. Good one. That's a very possible. I didn't never really thought like that, but that is possible that something did happen the night before. Maybe Summer got hurt. Maybe and her health was declining throughout the next day. Maybe she got into something the night before. Who knows? And they could have, and maybe that's why Candace decided to call Dawn and be like, oh my gosh, she's not getting better. She's getting worse or whatever. And then she goes and meets up with Dawn because she has to call him to see if she should take her to the hospital because it's getting really bad. It's not looking good. Yeah, maybe if something did happen the night before that kind of, it just progressed and progressed. It's very, very possible. Candace is on Critters right now saying she's not drinking because she's trying to get the boys back. Does she sound like she's being honest? I mean, does it sound like she's sober?
you didn't help him get out of that egg, he never would have.
He hatched himself out.
Oh, no, he didn't.
He took some bugs out of your yard. I got guineas. They say guineas
I
are
like guineas too, but they will also come after you.
My guineas don't ever bother me. Here's one.
Oh, guineas?
There's one of my babies there, y'all.
What's these African geese though with these little bills on?
That's an African geese right there, y'all. Here's a baby. Look how cute they are when they're little, y'all. Now that's a little baby there.
So
they will. They're devils.
Look how
sweet.
So Candace is on panel and Dawn isn't. Dawn must be the one typing in chat under Dawn and Candace Wells, and of course they're modded. She has modded Dawn and Candace Wells. Okay, whatever. It's her choice. It's her channel. But anyways, and Dawn wrote in the chat. I'm guessing because it's got to be Dawn because Candace is talking on the panel and said, "Them geese will chase you everywhere."
I assumed that Hunter was at home because Allie begged Candace to come and pick him up and take him to the lake for whatever reason.
Wait, you said
she did.
Allie begged for him. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But anyways, I'm gonna get off here for now, and maybe I'll later down the road or something. Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah. This is not the number that I'm going to keep, so I'll text you from my main number. That way, there's all transparency. Okay. I'm not going to hide anything from you, and if there's stuff you want to say behind the scenes, we can do that. One last thing: how can we help you to find Summer? Or what can we do for you guys right now? What is the one thing to keep Summer's name out there that you would like us to do?
I wish I knew. I mean, I really do. I mean, we went on the Dr. Phil show and we got her national attention, and and that was
your daughter.
Your
daughter's known by the world, buddy.
Right, and so whoever has her either has her hid out very well, or she's no longer with us.
What do you feel before you go? Last question. What do you feel? She's still on Earth, or she's with God?
I kind of go back and forth. I have hopes that she's still with us, but at times, considering the traffic that was coming in and out of here, the different characters that was coming in and out of here, with the meth traffic down the road, I worry that, with all the attention, media attention, and everything, they might have felt pressured that they got to get rid of her or something like that. So I kind of go back and forth on that a lot. It just depends on who I'm talking to and subject matter and, stuff like that, I really couldn't tell.
And last thing, was that text valid? You texted me about saying that Hunter was sending Candace inappropriate materials. That was all legit and real, right?
No, Candace wouldn't touch an underage kid.
No, I didn't say touch. I didn't say touch. I said that, no, he texted her some inappropriate, porno stuff. This is what you texted me. It's on my channel. I mean, it's the text that you sent me.
I have no clue on any of that. I don't know.
Okay.
I really could.
I got you. All right, no problem. Don, thank you for calling. And we're Team Summer here. They call it Summer's Army, but we're all just Team Summer. And we want the best for your daughter and the best for you guys. And we only want you guys to get in trouble for stuff that you've ever done. And we don't want you to suffer for things that you haven't. So if that's the story, we'll have to take that into account. And I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. God bless. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let's see. Allie was supposedly asleep. Exactly. So that was, somebody, I just read a comment I wanted to address. Can't even go into your bed. Well, probably because Dawn doesn't want her talking. I mean, just like somebody just said above, she keeps dropping down from panel and claiming that her phone's messing up. It's probably Dawn getting on her about, oh, you're saying too much. You think the canoe's evidence? Wow. Wow. I wonder if anybody saw. That's a question to ask some of the locals there, like Fred, if he saw the canoe on one of the vehicles that day, because he says he saw Dawn that morning driving up the driveway with the boys, or was it leaving the driveway? It was either going up or leaving. I can't remember, and it would have been like 8:30, 9 o'clock. He claims he sees Dawn that morning. So I'd like to ask him about that too. What time did you go to work on the 15th? Took us 2 weeks to talk in the media, Dawn. Yeah. She didn't talk for a while. Was it only 2 weeks? It seemed like it was. And that was odd too. It was just odd. A mom's going to, I don't know. You know, and for them to say, oh, well, we know how much we were torn apart about Rose. You know, it's just like, no, your motherly instincts outweighs everything. You're not going to sit there and think, well, oh, I don't want to get torn apart. You don't care if you get torn apart. Your motherly instincts trump everything. I was gonna watch this video by Little Wing, but it's getting to be 3 hours and I need to get off here. I might leave the tab open to go over it tomorrow. It's about Lynn and Jenna. But it's been an interesting conversation. The canoe could be the answer. Deeper water and waves. Yeah. Yeah, because they didn't. It's not like they went and checked. They didn't really. I mean, I know that they did do send out some crews to check the waters of some ponds and stuff. But did they actually really check out that lake? Or the Warriors, whatever that lake. I don't even know that. What's the name of the lake? Is it called Warriors Lake? Yes, you do. You don't care about being torn apart. No, it's 30 minutes. It's not short. It's 30 minutes, BB. I have it pulled up. The Lynn and Jenna one, it's 30 minutes from, and I have to stop it, and I can't just like play it through. Even though Lil Wing probably wouldn't care, but is that what you were talking about playing? Was the Lynn and Jenna thing? I am curious about this. I will definitely go over that. It does sound interesting, but I have a bad headache right now, and I have to go get a drink to. So, and there is a couple other. You got Daisy on, and so, anyways, I'm gonna go. And I want to start coming on here earlier. Is Jenna still on YouTube? I think she took down her one channel. Yeah, I don't know. Picture of her taking Summer to a hospital when she was younger. Is there? Taken to a hospital? I have a really bad headache, guys. When the YouTubers went the first time, the only thing the Wells went. I guess I could, maybe if I play it while I go get a drink and stuff. Just for a few minutes. What is it on it that you were wanting me to see? Like the whole video, or is there a timestamp?
She went down every road she could possibly find. By the second month, I had found all of the lights and the dikes, she said, as in Frank Light and family and the dikes. She said she looked all over Beach Creek and Ben Hill and the hollers. She says she is not from there, but is familiar with country living. She says, I wasn't one to get on the bandwagon and jump because Summer had a dirty face and hair wasn't brushed. But I had my suspicions. I'll admit I have a 5-year-old granddaughter and it really bothers me, and I want Summer to be found, says Lynn. Lynn says she ended up leaving the Facebook group and stepping down from admin, and she contacted Candace. She said, surprisingly, she answered immediately. She says they don't still talk, and they hadn't in about 6 weeks. Jenna knows more of the recent stuff, she says, but we talked a lot. Candace likes to video chat. She's not really into texting, which I can understand, she says. She says she hates being on YouTube because she feels like she's betraying her, but the bigger picture is this baby needs to be found. Lynn says she hasn't said anything because she doesn't believe she has info that will lead to Summer, but what she does have is a much better understanding of Don and Candace individually and as a couple. Jenna said Candace and Don never shed a tear for the boys or Summer. When they went to Hollywood, they had a great time. The whole time they were in Hollywood, they only FaceTimed their sons that they're only allowed to call after 7 p.m. At the time, they FaceTimed them only one time the whole time they were there. Lynn says part of the reason Candace stopped talking to her was because she told her to watch out for Don. She said she didn't know what Don's intentions were. With Summer's case, Don kind of bypassed YouTube and Facebook groups and kind of latched on to Candace in the very beginning. We had a mutual friend who was sharing screenshots with me of Don and Candace's conversations. I didn't expect what I got, says Lynn. Like Jenna, I went in because I was impatient and nobody was talking and I want this baby found. I'd never do it again, just leaves you with more questions. She says, I think the most shocking part, I don't think I would genuinely like Candace. Whether she's that likable, I didn't think I would genuinely like Candace, says Lynn. Whether she's that likable or whether she's that manipulative. Jenna says, I think she's that manipulative, to be honest with you, and I think Don is too, and he believes every word that comes out of his own mouth. Jenna says she believes they both have something on each other. Excuse me. People are actually feeling sorry for Candace and getting close to them up at their house, and they're enabling them. She says when it comes out that they have something to do with Summer missing, they're going to get in trouble too for enabling them. Lynn says, from her understanding, Candace didn't talk a lot about the case. My initial reaction in the first week was that there was a lot of pictures of Summer that really bothered me, and it wasn't the dirty faces and the clothes. There was a lot of pictures where she was holding herself, and that always stuck with me, and that was my gut from the very beginning. I really did try to give them the benefit of the doubt, but all their leads are dead ends, and the more Don talks, the more he contradicts himself. He was using his jailhouse religion to totally change the subject instead of answering the question, says Lynn. Jenna says, When she called and spoke to Candace, there wasn't a tear in her eye. You can tell when someone is sympathetic or remorseful, but it wasn't there. Lynn says, yeah, the only things she would talk about is what Dawn has done. She was always doing scrapbooking and showing me pictures of the kids she was putting in it. Apparently, she did scrapbooks for the boys and Summer. She was smiling, showing me pictures of Summer like she was happy, like she has happy memories. And it's like it doesn't bother her that Summer is missing. Lynn.
Phoebe, is this the video you were talking about? This is Little Wing. I think Dee Dee is one that I was gonna watch too, but or what's her name? It's something D Presents. I wanted to watch something that she had too, but we'll have to. Is this the video you're okay? So this is Little Wing, and they're going over the gin. And should I fast forward through this part? Let's see. Let me.
No, Don was off work because Don said he worked late that day, but in reality, he did not. Don keeps saying, I was at work. I was at work. No, you weren't, says Jenna. Lynn says it isn't a normal relationship at all. Jenna says it was both of them that did something to Summer. Lynn says she wasn't told about the lie detectors, but she was told about the drug tests. First, she told me she passed hers, but he failed for coke. Then she said she failed hers too for THC and meth, and Don failed his for THC and coke. But after talking to Jenna, we believe they both failed for coke too, and they both had the THC. Excuse me. Jenna says because she told me she smoked with him. Jenna says she's coloring her hair because they're doing.
Yeah, so it is confusing, Killer Looks. I get confused too about the Grandis's vehicle and this Suburban that keeps coming up. So, yeah, is Grandis's vehicle the Suburban? It's not. Was hers her? What kind of vehicle did Grandis have that they were supposedly in that day? And why? I wonder why they took that vehicle. Why didn't they? Was it that I'm so confused about that too? The whole Suburban thing, and you could hear in Don's voice when he was talking on Doug's that he was upset when he was reminiscing about the Suburban because I guess Candace sold it for like $1,000 or something when Don was in jail, and I guess he's upset about that or something. So I'm confused also. I get it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was sitting here talking this whole time. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, so I was just saying that wow. I was on mute, so that's where the sound went. Damn it. I sat here talking the whole time about the vehicles. Okay. Juan got, that whole incident with Juan was in October of 2020. 8 months before Summer went missing in June of 2021. 1 month or so, or I don't know exactly when they got the Subaru, but I'm thinking it was like November of 2020. It was right after that incident with Juan. So I'm guessing they had that. So Candace must have been using the Suburban, that greenish Suburban. And after the Juan incident, Don supposedly got the Subaru as a sorry gift to Candace or something. I don't know. So, and also, but this is a good point. Where Summer has said, Dawn just said Candace always leaves Summer's bathing suit in the Suburban, and I said, hey, idiot, they took Candace's truck that day, not the Suburban. Yeah, good point. Jose, shit, I always call him Juan. Damn it, Jose. Ugh. I've done that before. I am so sorry. I have done that before. I've called him Juan like so many times. I am so sorry. It's Jose. The Jose incident was October of 2020. That's why I feel like something about that incident, something about that trip from New York had to be. I just feel like it's related to Summer's disappearance. That was 8 months after that incident. Could be completely unrelated, but I sometimes just wonder. It just seems so strange to come all the way down from New York with, the whole fam, and then just be like, oh, we have to wait 3 days. It's not gonna be ready for 3 days, so we're gonna drive all the freaking way back to New York. Don Juan. She dressed Summer in her bathing suit before she left the house. I don't think you're crazy thinking that. And maybe there is something with that canoe. Maybe there is something with the canoe. I never thought of that, but have you all seen the real estate transfer that Dawn and Pam did? Probably, but is it property in Tennessee? You're laughing so hard you're peeing your pants. I want to dig into that New York trip. Andrew has lied about it. Yes. What was too funny? The Juan thing? I've done it before, so that's why I always call him Juan. I don't know why. Well, there's so many Jose's and so many Juans. Fourth vehicle means a lot, fam. All Don had to do was leave a vehicle in his... Yes! 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 Oh, my God, yes. I believe something like this happened. That makes a lot of sense. I never thought about that because I've always said, oh, he borrowed a vehicle at work, I thought. Because of the GPS. But if he had already had the Subaru at work, oh my God, dude. That would make sense. That makes complete sense. And that's why he took the Subaru, because it had GPS and he could be like, see, I was at work. See, I was at work. But what he could do is just leave the Subaru there and then take the Suburban. It's kind of obvious why the green assist truck was gone and the red Subaru is gone. In case CBS came, they would think they were gone. Possibly. Anywhere that day with a whole extra vehicle that ain't his. POS white truck. Or he could have taken the white truck could have been there too, right? It didn't necessarily have to be the Suburban. It could have been the white truck could have been left at work or something somehow. I've always thought it like I always have believed that there's another vehicle. Like Don used another vehicle. He took the Subaru for the GPS to make it look like he was at work the whole time and stuff. I believe he left his phone in this Subaru and then took another vehicle. I thought he probably borrowed a vehicle at work, but that would be another person involved that could say, oh, he borrowed my vehicle. But wouldn't have somebody noticed if maybe he parked his extra vehicle far from the job site where even the people at his work wouldn't have even known he had another vehicle around. Like maybe that he kept it somewhere where they didn't see. And if he was working in a separate area, maybe they saw his vehicle there and thought he was at work. Like they saw the Subaru there and thought he was working. We don't know the dynamics of, Don's work atmosphere at that time. He could have been working by himself a lot, like in his own little space, and other people worked in a different area. I don't know of the house. And maybe they just thought he was there because they saw the Subaru. But little did they know he had also another vehicle out there around the corner or something. Now, oh yeah, I do think that that's I don't feel like that has to take that much smarts. He's mentioned OnStar before, which is, or what's it called? What's it, OnStar? The Subaru GPS system. He had another vehicle out there somehow at his work. I just don't believe that I don't believe for a second, Mountain Mama, that she was abducted. Like, I can't believe there's anybody who still believes that, really. I believe if somebody took her, it's because I think Don knows about it. Because of something that he owed, or he said the white truck doesn't run good. It had to be. Had to be A for sure. I think he's smart in as far as manipulating, and I definitely think that most people would. I don't think you would have. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think that that's a very sophisticated thing to think of. I think most people who are criminal. I think most people would know to. Would know that the newer vehicle has OnStar or has some type of GPS in it. If he wanted to, I don't think it's such a genius thing to think of. Like where it would take somebody really intelligent to think of, oh, I'll leave another vehicle at work so I can sneak away from work without people knowing. If he wasn't working with somebody like all the time, they could have thought he was there working somewhere because his vehicle was there. I don't think he would have his second vehicle would have had to been hidden somewhere or something, because then the other people would be like, well, he had two vehicles at work that day, or he left another vehicle here or something for some reason. Remember Dawn sent her police to Dudley's? Huh? I don't remember anything like that. Yeah, I'm so confused with that. Dawn sent the police to Dudley's father's house? What? For what? No, it's not. It would have been planned, Kim. It would have been something already set up. If something like that happened, if Dawn did something, did something to Summer, like sold her or whatever for some debt, that's going to be planned out. The extra card thing would have to have been done beforehand. Like somebody would have had to take him to his work or follow him to his work, and then, or he could have drove to work and then had somebody give him a ride back without knowing what he was doing, or knowing that he could have acted like he was stranded or whatever. But I'm guessing he had Candace follow him out there, and he left another vehicle so he could sneak away from work. Shook all over. But the vehicles were all there how do we know that for sure? And even he could, do we know that all the vehicles were definitely there? Also, still, even if all the vehicles were at 110 when the police got there, and we know that for a fact, I still don't know if I would believe. I still believe there was a way that he could have got that vehicle back in time. He turned them to Dudley and said that he lived at his father's home. Oh, that was a lie. He knew where he lived. He sent the police on a wild goose chase. Yeah, he did that because he had to make up a story real quick, and he knew it wasn't true, so he made it up just to buy him some more time. They put the Wells dogs were put in the Suburban. That would explain why Dudley's vehicle was there the day before. Are you talking about, you think Dudley took him back? Give him a ride back? Yeah, there's proof that Summer was with Candace and Grandis in her truck June 15th. I know that. Drive him the day before to hide the other vehicle, then next day drive Subaru. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But what people are saying is that he would have had to have brought somebody would have had to have drove the Suburban back too before the police before the police were called. So after after allegedly meeting Candace and her giving Summer over to Dawn, this is just a theory, he took her aware of whatever he did with her, allegedly. Then, yeah, he would have had to drove back and forth to work twice if the vehicle was definitely there, the Suburban, when the cops got there, which I think it is right. It was, because I do remember the story of the dogs being put in the Suburban. I do remember something like that. If Don would take a microwave to work for his stay, he was surely thinking ahead. He sure enough would take a vehicle to the job site. Yeah, that was weird that they didn't test any of the vehicles for anything. I think it was an accident cover up, or that she wandered off. It's not impossible that one boy left just recently wandered when his mom was sleeping. JJ's name, I think. Yeah. But that boy was like 2. And I do think it's very possible. This theory still would go along with the accident cover-up. If something happened the night before June 15th, where maybe Summer got into something, or, it could have been an accident cover-up, or it probably was an accident cover-up. It's more because it's the most likely thing, I'm guessing. In my opinion, that's the most likely thing. It was an accident cover-up. But my mind does keep going to the trafficking possibility. Yeah, he walked far. He did get a couple miles away. That is crazy. It was pretty incredible how far that 2-year-old was able to travel. The oldest could. Well, a lot of kids learn how to drive very young out in areas like that, some parents would, I don't know, he would have been, what, 12? I don't. Yeah, but remember, Dee Dee? You remember when he was staying there though? He was actually sleeping at the job site at one point. According to, who was it that said he was sleeping at the job site to avoid CPS, or he couldn't be around? He was avoiding CPS, or he couldn't be around. For some reason, he couldn't be at the house. Yeah, that's completely possible. I mean, it's possible, but I just don't think the abduction theory, that it would have had to been, like Jody Sue said, the perfect storm. It would have had to have been and because nobody's going to know that there's kids up on that hill. Like, nobody's going to, somebody just randomly driving by, how are they going to know that there's a little girl up on the hill? How would they know when Dawn and Candace were home? There's no type of cell service out there. It would have had to have been just like by chance that they just so happened. How would they see Summer? You can't see anything from Ben Hill Road, like who's up there or anything. And then how would they know that there wasn't any adults around up there or anybody around to, it seems so risky. I don't know. Her son did go down the driveway, true. Don had his white truck when you stayed at the houses. Really? And the lady that supposedly, the lady of the night, supposedly Don was driving the white truck. But you know what? She also said that she saw, the vehicle she saw was a greenish blue car, or like SUV. So like the Suburban. So that would, she said she saw saw Dawn and Andy at this motel. They would pick up hookers and freaking, and supposedly we really need to find out if it's really true. One thing that what this person said that would be kind of, it would be something that maybe we could verify, somebody who knows Andy Bernard closely. But this lady told me that Andy's he was into black girls. Like this, he was into, so this girl, Dawn was one of her clients. But Andy liked black, supposedly liked the black chicks or whatever. So it would be interesting if anybody that knows Andy Bernard could vouch to that and tell us if he, did have a thing for black chicks, like sexually attracted to them, or especially, how some people have different tastes, and some people like Asian women, and some people are really into Asian women or certain races. My thoughts, it would just mean Summer was recently in the area, not necessarily that day, that time. Who exactly it was that came up the driveway and Summer was scared and ran to the house. He said that Summer was scared and ran. He said something like that. You don't think she made it back? They could have went and met Thrawn after dropping H off. That would mean that Grandis would be aware. Well, then they should know who was up there, right? They should know exactly who it was then. If I would not care, like, I understand that you could get in trouble for selling your pills and stuff, but when it comes to your child missing, you're going to say, listen, I was selling some of my prescription and this person was here and it was right around the time Summer went missing. Wouldn't they be looking into that person? Like, wouldn't you think? Or wouldn't Candace or Dawn been, I don't know. I don't know if they would have went through all this. If it could have been something like her. I do believe that Grandis was doing some trading with Jody Sue. Like they would front each other pills. I 100% believe that was going on. And fronting is basically in the drug culture. It means it's basically like a loan. And then to pay them back, you usually have to give them extra to pay back. It's kind of like the interest, extra pills back or whatever. Maybe the people are scary. Yeah. Man, Twitchin says this was premeditated. Yeah. But could it possibly, hey, Brooke, could it possibly be premeditated and an accident cover-up? Could it possibly be both? Like, it would have been, if it was premeditated, if it was an accident cover-up and premeditated, it would have to be the scenario that maybe something happened to Summer the night before and she got really sick or something. Because I do, and some of those pictures, guys, like, I'm sorry, she looks like she's on opiates. I see, it's not like Summer's going around taking them herself, like buying them. I think she was, unfortunately, I believe Summer was drugged at some point because look at some of those pictures. I think that's why some people think she looks different in different pictures. People look completely different on certain types of drugs because it changes your eyes. It makes your pupils like either smaller or bigger. Sometimes it can make you look paler. Just different things that are a consequence of that particular substance. And I've known people to be on different types of substances, and they definitely do look different under the influence. That's what I think too, BB Diamond, but JPG did come up with a good point that maybe it is like somebody they're scared of. The boys wouldn't say anything, they would have for sure. And maybe the boys have told some things, but it's hearsay. Maybe law enforcement, maybe the boys have said a lot, but law enforcement has to find out proof. Can they go just by what the boys say? Can they charge somebody just by the words of 11, a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old or something, or 12? I'm trying to remember how old they were when Summer first went missing. And I believe someone from Walgreens said the same thing. Hint, hint. Well, I do believe it. I mean, she probably does have some issues. I mean, yeah, she doesn't have a very good history either when it comes to like being a good mother. It would be more exactly. You would think that their fear of the person would be, well, you would think their love of the child would be greater than their fear of the person who they believe took Summer. I don't know. I would not care what happened to me. I would do what I just know. I know I've never had it happen to me, but I just know like some of the things that in ways that they've reacted and said, it just is not. It's definitely not typical, but I suppose it could just. I understand we all deal with things differently, but I'm reading your guys' comments. In my opinion, she knows what her logic would. True. I know. What's the truth about the lie detectors, right? We've heard so many different things. I believe she has a temper. Why would Kenneth and Dawn cover though? Oh yeah, the boys have seen some very interesting things, I'm sure. Not in a good way. Time with professional help, but only if they know they don't ever have to go. Yeah, they've got somebody for the boys to talk to, I'm sure. I know. I go back and forth all the time too, JPG. Anyways, guys, I am going to go for real. I've stayed, I didn't watch very much of this video. We got to talking. We'll have to go more over it tomorrow. It's Little Wings video, and here's the link if somebody wants to go watch the rest of it. I believe Candace dropped her mother off around 30:30 and left to go meet Dawn. Yeah. A little after 3. I believe so too. I believe that's highly probable. And then, you know, if Grandis was really, she would have, maybe they probably would have gave her some, maybe she was on some medication from the hospital or whatever, and she was tired. Maybe she really did go to sleep, and maybe Candace took that opportunity to then leave without maybe Grandis knowing. I know that is weird, where some the fact that there's rumors about Grandis not being able to even talk to the boys. That I really want to know why. That sounds something. I can't find anything on her record. I don't know why she wasn't allowed around kids, but that's the rumor. I also think Candace most likely left with Summer after dropping Grandis off. Yeah. Yeah, good night, everybody. I am going to go. For reals. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I know I say this every night, but I have to start coming on here earlier. So to those that have been emailing me and not able to watch, you know, sad that they haven't been able to watch because I come on so late. I'm trying to change that. Not where I want to mix it up because I like the late night streams too, but it's a different vibe during the day. Different atmosphere, just different vibe. Good night, everybody. Everybody have a good night's sleep, and we'll talk tomorrow, okay? I thought so too, Mama T. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody.